everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be doing a Cleopatra inspired makeup look. So Cleopatra is one of my big inspirations when it comes to makeup and fashion, so I thought let's do a video inspired by her today. Really excited because I've seen a lot of makeup looks and things inspired by her recently, like on TikTok and YouTube, so I thought let's do one inspired by her as well. I did wash my hair and then straighten it straight afterwards, so it looks a little bit weird, but yeah, so I straightened my hair because obviously she has very pin straight hair. I wouldn't be able to get it as straight as that, but I tried. So first things first is the foundation. I use two different foundations. These are full coverage ones. They are both from Juvias Place. I use the I Am Radiant one and then the Velvet Matte foundation as well, and I kind of mix them together because I don't like foundations that are either too matte or too glowy, but kind of like in the middle. So I'm just mix them on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna apply that everywhere. Is much better, so I'll be looking there for the mirror now. Yeah, so that looks good. I might add a little bit more on top, just sort of layer like the foundation. That's the foundation done, so let's go into concealer now. I'm gonna use the Juvias Place concealer as well. Put this in the areas to highlight certain parts of my face. So I want a snatched, sculpted face today. I just put it like under my cheekbones, under the eyes, a little bit in the center of the forehead and the nose, like that, like on the bridge, and then on either side of the bridge, and then that'll just blend it in. So now I'm gonna go in with this Kiko foundation powder. So I think I've mentioned before that when you add powder foundation onto your like regular foundation and your concealer, it just like blurs your skin like crazy. It just adds like that filter like skin. So yeah, I'm using the one from Kiko, and I'm just using one of these brushes, and I'm just gonna like press it into my skin. It's really good if you have textured skin as well, like if you have any spots or anything like that, it just masks them really well. What I like to use cream blush and cream contour, so I use this curve case. It has some really pretty shades in here. I really like this one actually, it blends really well. So yeah, it's time to carve this face. Right, so main area I focus on, of course, is the cheekbones. A little bit. Jawline, of course. Just gonna make sure that's nicely carved as well. So if you use like a cream, always add powders on top of it. It just makes it stay longer. These two shades here, which is like an orange and like a red, because these two are very pinky colours. I put them above the cheekbones because we want that snatched look. There we go. We're going to do more carving of the face. I am using this baking powder. It is from Vitamin Babe. It is the lilac one. Lilac powders are very brightening, so add that, lifting it up like that as well underneath the eyes. Lifted, snatched look. So yeah, just focusing it mostly under here. Some on the forehead, underneath the eyes, and this part of the nose. Right, so the first thing I like to do before adding eyeshadow is I always like to use like a liquid eyeshadow that's like very light and it's just like the base colour I put on before adding the powders. It's Beige and Bougie from ELF. So yeah, what I do is I literally just apply a little bit on each eyelid and I blend that out with an eyeshadow brush. See, it makes a little bit of a difference. It adds a little bit of colour, but it's still a light colour. Just to even out the eyelids before you go in with the colours. Palettes. I actually don't know what this palette is called because it's just got very shimmery marble shades in it. So yeah, I'm going to use a mixture of occult and sci-fi with Nude Star one here, just transition shade, and then I'm going to use sci-fi and occult for the main glam bit. Literally just applying that in the outer corners. I like to make it like blend out quite high up there. Adds that lift. It takes more pigment, and I'm literally just going to put that on the eyelid. Now I'm going to go in with the sheglam golden shade. It's literally just like a liquid shimmer, and I'm going to put that on top of the gold as well. I had to come into the light. Obviously that light is very pretty, but it's very hard to see what's going on with the eyeshadow here. So look, I'm going to add quite a bit of highlighter. So I'm going to use my highlighting brush and this Revolution Dare to Divulge highlighter. And with this, I am going to really focus it a lot here, like where I added the blush placement just above that shimmer. Just look at that, makes a big difference. So I'm gonna focus it mostly here, a bit on the forehead and the center parts of my face. Light shade here in the eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna put that in the corner of my eyes. Now the most iconic part of all of her makeup looks are of course the eyeliner. Generous amount of eyeliner. I'm just going to do it on the 3/4 of my eye, the last 3/4, just to give it that extra lift and cat eye look, and I'm going to do it quite long as well than I usually do. I'm starting with this eye. There we go. It's very dramatic. For my waterline, this is going to be really cool. So I'm using, I don't actually know where I got this eyeliner from. The colour's rubbed off, but it's like a blue eyeliner pencil. So I'm going to add that in the waterline. Oh my god. That is very dramatic. Wow. Right, now for the lips, I feel like the eyes are going to be the main drama. So the lips, I'm going to go a little bit nuder. So I'm going to use 90s Nude from Rimmel. It's the liner, and I'm going to line my lips with this. Lipstick is in the colour Smart from Kiko. Top off the lip, I am going to go in with the Kiko lip gloss. Yeah. This Essence I Love Extreme mascara. To go in with some of these jewels from Mercy London. I'm gonna kind of experiment with these. Before I add the setting spray, this is literally a brown liner pen, and I'm literally just beating marks back. I can see that gets covered with the foundation. Then I'm going to apply this freckle pen. It's a dual-ended freckle pen. I've seen this a lot on TikTok in the shade F2. And it's just like a little stamp to add the freckles back on. Just add a little bit. And then I'm going to, last but not least, add Glow Fix Revolution setting spray. Makeup look. Would you look at that? Now it is accessory time, so I do have some accessories. a snake arm cuff. Then I have one of these regular arm cuffs. Then one of these very Cleopatra looking arm cuffs. I have this little tiara thing going on here. And I have some Shimmer body gloss. So this, I don't actually really like the smell of this, but it works well. I have this shimmer everywhere. Mostly where the collarbone is, top of the arms and shoulders. Here we go. Look at that. This one is a little bit big for me, but we'll make it work. Let's see. Oh, perfect.